What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy D, aka the Strength Squad General, also known as the Humble King. And it's an honor for me to do this video today, guys. The guys who I'm mentioning, the brand that I'm mentioning, these are people who have influenced me when it comes to my fitness journey. These guys have made a huge impact when it comes to the fitness and bodybuilding world. If you're not familiar with them, then you must be living under a rock, because the impact, the influence that they have in the bodybuilding community, the impact, the influence that they have on me has just really helped me change my level of thinking when it comes to not only training in the gym, but outside of the gym, and how you can actually incorporate a lot of the principles, the fundamentals, the things that they preach and teach over there. You can actually take a lot of those principles and add them to the principles of your everyday life and watch yourself thrive, man. Those guys are phenomenal. If y'all are not familiar with CT Fletcher and his story, I highly recommend you stop what you're doing and go check him out, man. Phenomenal guy. Also Mike Rashid and everything that those guys have done, man. As for me, it's an honor to even speak on these guys, man, because again, they've influenced me in a positive way. But anyway, y'all, as you can see by the title of the video, as much as I'm a fan of their work and everything that they stand for, everything that they represent, I'm a bit ashamed to say that this is my first time trying their supplement, but today is the day. We're going to make it happen. And not only, of course, I'm an influencer, so not only am I going to try it, I'm going to come through with an honest review. No matter the weather, I got to keep it real, I got to keep it transparent, I got to keep it honest with you guys. Keep in mind, everyone is entitled to an opinion. We all have an opinion, and it should be respected, alright? So take it easy on me in the comments. If I say something that you may not like, if I give an experience, just my personal genuine experience, and that you guys know what I think about it, my feedback. If you're not really feeling any of what I have to say, just know that everything that I do, the intentions is out of love, but I'm also genuine. I'm always 100. With that said, today, guys, this is the actual protein supplement. It's a vegan protein supplement made by Ambrosia, aka CT Fletcher and them boys. So we're gonna do a product review, a protein supplement review, taste test, all of the above. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but the flavor of choice, guys, is sprinkled cupcake, which sounds like a vibe. So without further ado, we're gonna relocate to the kitchen. Welcome to the channel. If you brand spanking new, welcome back. If you already hip, you already know the vibes. Good vibes, positive vibes only. It's your boy D. Let's get on with the review. Strength. Alright, y'all, welcome back to Strength's Kitchen. If you already hip, welcome to Strength's Kitchen. If you brand spanking new, this is where the gains get down in the crib. We make gains in the gym, and this is where we make gains at home in the kitchen. I'm gonna get right into it, guys, for a couple of reasons. One, I don't want to take up too much of your time of day. I want to get right into this review. And also, keep in mind, I trained earlier today. I have not had a meal, so this will actually be the first thing that I consumed. Went to the gym, came home, showered, set up everything, just so I can get this review to you guys. So today, guys, this is actually the first time that I'm doing a plant-based protein supplement review. I always wanted to do it, but I always wanted to make sure that I got one that I felt comfortable with, because I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with a lot of the traditional plant-based protein supplements. A lot of them are gritty. I've tasted a few in the past, and I'm just not a fan, especially when I was more so plant-based back in the day. Most of them were gritty, just not a fan of it. But from what I understand, this right here is supposed to be the fix. This is supposed to be the solution. Today we will find out. I'm gonna give you guys a 100% honest review. So today we're talking about Planta, which is obviously a plant-based protein made by Ambrosia. Now keep in mind, this line has a few different flavors, so if you don't necessarily want to go with this particular flavor profile, which is what I'm excited to try for the first time today, there's a variety of different flavors. Just in case this one isn't appealing to you, keep in mind there's a whole line behind this. There's a ton of different flavors, just an FYI. So anyway, let's get right into the basic, the specifics, the things that you need to know when it comes to this protein. Alright, I know a lot of people out there struggle with gluten, so the beautiful thing about this particular supplement is it's gluten-free, soy-free, no sugar added, which means it's all natural, and of course it's a vegan plant-based protein. Alright, and of course sprinkled cupcake. I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I'm a fan of cupcakes, man. You know, even though we're doing the health and fitness stuff, can I be real? Can I be honest? I would rather go with something like this over some vegetables any day, but of course you know how it goes. So this is a way to sneak in those flavors. If you know what I'm saying, you're having those sweet tooth cravings, this is a secret. This is a game changer. We're gonna see if this is the one today, though. We're gonna see if this is the one today. Alright, so for this particular bag, I went with the one that has 25 servings. Let's flip this bad boy around. Let's take a look at the supplement facts, guys. We're looking at 100 calories per scoop, per serving, which is not bad. We're also looking at only 1 gram of total fat, 2 grams of carbs, 20 grams of protein. This is a clean protein, guys. This stuff right here is pretty clean. And I know a lot of people have the misconception, especially the ladies who's new to fitness, which is completely understandable, because when it comes to, you know, understanding protein, it could be complex. It could be a lot to try to take in because you have so many different proteins. As I say in pretty much any video that I do a supplement review, not all protein supplements are created equal. Some are cleaner than others. Some have additional calories, additional fat sources, additional carb sources, which can make things complicated to a beginner who's new to fitness, or just, you know, don't understand how to go about picking the right protein for you. I get it. I totally get it. But when it comes to the misconception of protein in general being something that puts on weight, that's not the case, guys. If you get a clean protein similar to this right here, this is pretty much a substitute for just your regular protein, guys. Just protein in general. It's pretty much low in carbs, low in fat. Spike that protein up 20 grams to secure the gains. And you know, this is a good clean protein, especially if your goal is to cut weight. If you're dieting, I highly recommend this macronutrient wise. So let's go ahead and crack this open and see what this is looking like and what it smells like. As I thought, vegan plant-based proteins have a particular smell where you can tell that it's a plant-based protein. It's just a familiar smell. It's a distinct smell. It definitely stands out. You can tell the difference between a plant-based protein, a vegan protein, versus a regular concentrate protein or ISO. You can just tell. As far as the smell, guys, when I crack this open, I'm not getting that sprinkle cupcake smell, which I already anticipated, because again, I've sniffed other ones and they all just have that same smell. But don't go off of that, guys. If you watch my Fruity Pebbles ISO 1, the link will be in the description. It was pretty much the same thing. I wasn't getting the vibe, but when I tasted it, it was something different. So let's just hope that this is something similar. This is what we're looking at: 25 scoops. All right, 100 calories per serving. 20 grams of protein, as I mentioned, 2 carbs, 1 fat. So this is actually a clean protein. All right, Mike Rashid and them boys, CT Fletcher and them boys. Again, guys, if you're new to supplements, if you're new to protein supplements in particular, and you're not exactly sure how much liquid to pour into it, it always has a suggested use on the back or the front, somewhere on the label, guys. And this one says mix 1 scoop of Planta with 10 to 12 ounces of water. So let me go ahead and get some water in here. Let's get this thing going. All right, so now we have our water added to my shaker cup, and let's take a look at what this supplement looks like. Now, I don't see any sprinkle cupcake type of anything in here. It looks pretty, you know, self-explanatory, or should I say it looks pretty basic. I don't see any of the sprinkles. I don't know, maybe if I dump this in here I will, or maybe it's just supposed to be sprinkle flavored. All right, so we'll see. All right, let's go ahead and dump it. All right, so we're going slow with it. So as I thought, there is no actual sprinkle chunks. Again, so do not expect to see, when you crack this bad boy open, do not expect to see little sprinkles in it. I'm assuming that it's pretty much where it's just going to taste like sprinkle cupcake in general. All right, so we have it in here. I'm going to go ahead and shake this up and get with you guys back in the studio, and I'm going to give you guys an honest review. Real quick, guys, I told y'all I was hungry. Before we head into the studio, I want to see what the mixability is like. I want to share that with you guys first. All right, so let's go ahead and shake this up. Alright, y'all, so I gave it a nice little shake, and I'm gonna let you guys see what I see. Just a heads up, the mixability appears to be on point. Now we're gonna taste this bad boy. Alright, see you guys in the studio. Alright, y'all, welcome back to Strength Squad Studios. And before I even do this review, before I even tell you guys what I think as far as the flavor, what I'm gonna say is, information wise, this is a clean protein, meaning whether I like it or not, whether I think it tastes good or not, at the end of the day, it's a really clean, reputable source of protein comprised of really good things. Just like egg whites, that's a clean protein. Whether you like it, whether you're a fan of it, or whether you don't, at the end of the day, you cannot strip away the fact that it's a clean source of protein. So I'm just putting it out there before I actually consume this. So here we go, Punisher shaker cup on deck. Let me clear my conscience, let me clear my mind, let me take everything out of my head, all of the other proteins that I've tried in the past, and let's see what they do. Let's get it. Give me a second, guys. Alright, so off the rip, I will say that it definitely gives me that familiar vegan protein, that aftertaste that, you know, I usually typically would get and encounter whenever I tasted a vegan protein. But I will say that of all the ones that I've tried, this is the closest, this is the best one that I've tried. Meaning, out of the other vegan proteins, like, let's just say chocolate, typically I would not taste anything but chalk as opposed to chocolate. Alright, it don't matter which one I tried, it would taste like chalk. I would not get any type of chocolate vibe. I don't know, maybe it's just my taste buds, maybe it's just my palate. I just could not get with the vegan protein. Considering all of that, if I was to switch over to a plant-based protein supplement, this would probably be the one that I would lean towards, because this is the best one that I've tasted. Also, in my opinion, I'm not going to say this is the greatest flavor. I'm not going to say that this knocks me off my feet. I'm not going to say that I was wowed by my first time drinking it, my first experience. I would say when it comes to drinking it with water by itself, It's not bad, it's tolerable. That said, I would definitely say when it comes to the other plant-based proteins that I've tried in the past, this one is the best one that I've tried so far. Now mind you, this is the only flavor that I've tried when it comes to this particular protein. Perhaps I'll gravitate towards some of the other flavors. If you guys want to see me come through in the clutch and give a review based on some of the other protein flavors from this Ambrosia line, come through, drop comments, drop flavors. Just let me know what you guys want and I'll come through in the clutch for you guys. Just giving you guys my point of view. Granted, I've tried protein on both sides of the Mason-Dixon line, if that makes sense. I've tried concentrates, isolates, and I've also tried plant-based proteins. But anyway, I would say in general, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say this is more of a 6/7 when it comes to comparing this to all of the protein sources I've tried. But when it comes to plant-based proteins, just giving my ratings just strictly on plant-based proteins that I've tried on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say that this is more of a 9 in comparison to only plant-based protein supplements that I've tried. This is a 9 as opposed to the other ones, which I would rate under 500, meaning below 5. I've never tasted any other protein that I would say was more than a 5. So for this to be a 9 comparing it to the other plant-based proteins, just in my opinion, I would say that's not bad in comparison to the other plant-based proteins. This one is definitely the best one that I've tried. Again, it didn't knock me off my feet, but just considering all aspects, everything that I mentioned to you guys, just something for you guys to consider. Again, personally, I'm a fan of it, especially when it comes to the macronutrient breakdown. This is a clean protein. Just giving you some things to consider before you try it, all right? If you're not familiar with CT Fletcher, the Mike Rashid of this world, y'all go check them out. Phenomenal individuals. I love what you guys are doing in the community. I'm a permanent supporter. Continue to keep rising kings. Again, more lit content on the way. Do not blink. You already know we're going to come through in the clutch for you guys, all right? So you already know. Till the next time, everybody, hashtag grow, 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 grow.